Hi everyone, number one Marmaduke fan here. Christmas is coming. I got some comics that'll supplement some reviews for this show. This is actually a Christmas gift I am giving to someone else. This is for a family with kids, and I didn't want it to get snatched while I was out of state visiting my family. So I've got it. I'm gonna bring it back and make it a belated Christmas gift. But this is a collection of children's books illustrated by Glen Keane. And Glen Keane is a longtime animator at Disney. I think he was the lead animator on Beauty and the Beast. And this is an artist, and his behavior online should be a guidebook for how to have personal, political, or religious beliefs and not offend anybody so that they will still appreciate and love your art. So Glen Keane is kind of openly a Christian, and he's even done interviews about how he intended Christian significance to the scene in Beauty and the Beast where the Beast is transformed into a human. And the thing is, in the movie, there isn't any kind of like overt mentioning of Christ or Christian themes. But if you just look at Glen Keane's animation for that scene, and then you look at paintings of the resurrection of Christ, it's like two and two clicks together, and you say, oh yeah, I can see how the resurrection of Christ inspired that scene visually. And he is also the author of a collection of children's books, Raccoon, that are kind of Christian fables with animal characters illustrated by himself. And because he's an artist, I remember as a child just looking at the pictures of this book and being struck by how it was a night and day comparison to a lot of children's book illustrations. These were like little art books that I had as a youngster that I wanted to look at. And an excellent artist can inspire love from all sorts of people. So maybe you could be a Reddit atheist, but most atheists aren't Reddit atheists. You could be an atheist and love and appreciate the work of Glen Keane because he's a boss artist and he doesn't go online and trash atheists all day. He wants atheists to love animation and to buy his books too. So before I give these as a gift, Keane is such an excellent artist. I think that he's strong enough that I could probably get a review out of each one of these, but I want to just do an unboxing vid with you. And this is just sort of like the general introduction in praise of Glen Keane's, how he conducts himself online. His whole online presence is about getting people interested in animation and his art projects, and just as an excellent artist. You have to be an excellent artist to work at Disney. Everyone laughed at this is me unboxing Donald Thump's book all over again. Me desperately trying to wiggle that tape loose. I got one all prepped too because I thought, well, I'll just get one of them ready to go so it peels right off. But then I forgot to actually prep the rest of it. I didn't finish what I start. Guys, yeah, be like Glen Keane. Don't be like number one Marmaduke fan, guys. Be like Glen Keane. All right, come on. Come on. Here we go. Yes. We got it. We got it. I don't got it. I got it. All right. All right, so even the character's name, Adam Raccoon, the biblical Adam, the fallen man. So Adam is sort of the stand-in for humanity, for sinful humanity. And there's even a lion like C.S. Lewis's Aslan, who's a metaphor for God. So it's a pretty direct 1-1 parallel where if you know what the biblical stories are, you can see how they are directly taking inspiration from the biblical stories. But the thing about those biblical stories is they're good stories. So I don't know what Dr. Jordan Peterson believes. When people ask him if he believes in God, he kind of gives a, well, yes and no, I don't know kind of answer. But I do agree with him that the biblical stories are excellent stories. And Zach's made the point that they informed Jack Kirby's worldview and the worldview of the Fourth World. So I remember reading this one. Gosh, I bet I probably had the whole set as a kid. So Race to Victory Mountain. Each one has a different theme, but they all consistently have the same artist and drawing a little looser than in animation. Animation is very tight and on model, especially for Disney, but he's excellent. So we're just going to do a little preview here, and I'll give you my general recommendation. I'll probably come in and look a little bit more carefully at the art later. What I've been thinking about recently is it's kind of nice to get a really initial response, like so you can hear how excited I am to be seeing this. And then it's also good to hear a bit more of a careful response where I look at it a bit more carefully. So my initial response is lots of, when I talk about expressive line work, yep, Glen Keane does expressive line work. Why does Glen Keane have expressive line work? Because he spent decades drawing for Walt Disney, and he developed that technique so that when he sits down, he draws really quickly. He's drawing something in 10 minutes, but it's decades worth of work informing how he draws and giving his hand that practiced look where it's easy for him, but it's based on decades worth of practice. And oh, excellent. Wow. Okay, the last one. I think that's the last one in the box, so I won't pull it out since I'm fumbling with my fingers. I'm so excited. But you know, a lot of I've heard atheists say that even if they like leave their parents' religion, they'll still feel nostalgic for something like VeggieTales. VeggieTales is okay, but I would hold this up as the best example of kind of Christian, red state children's literature that would stand up based on the power and the passion of the artist who made it. So this is a general lesson, regardless of your religious beliefs or your political beliefs, that you can produce excellent work which transcends and appeals to a lot of groups based on your passion and based on your conduct. So maximum respect to Glen Keane. I'll be looking at these a little bit more carefully to do reviews where I give you my observations after looking at his artwork. #1 Marmaduke fan, out.